to the Dave Perez Show. I'm Dave Perez. Today we're honored to have a very sweet and a special guest. And she's been a playwright, she's been a director, she's been a producer. She's done just about everything. So I might as well just shut up and I'm going to welcome her to the show. LaRita Smith. So LaRita, man, thank you for coming on my show. I haven't seen you in a while since, we'll get into that later in the questions. But how have you been?
I've been great, and I want to say thank you for having me on your show. It's a pleasure being selected.
Well, you know what? You've done, God, so many things. I guess one of the first questions I want to ask is, how did you get started? I mean, how did you get started, and was it filmmaking or theater first?
Ooh.
We're going to blow up. Oh my God, Trump pushed the button. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit comedic at times. Did you start out in theater or film?
I started out in theater. In 2013, I took a playwriting course at the ETA Theater here on the South Side. And I developed my first stage play, Tossing Stones, which I decided to produce on my own.
Oh, wow. So, well, that's cool. Did you grow up in the city or were you born in Chicago?
Born and raised on the South Side of Chicago, in one of the roughest neighborhoods. Right now it's called Ragtown. So,
wow.
My mother is still there.
And what schools did you go to other than for the theater writing?
That's it. I'm
self-taught.
Self-taught.
Holy smokes. So then what got you from theater or actually playwriting into filmmaking?
Well, I decided to take a position as a production assistant with this young lady named Lenny Weeks, and she taught me everything about screenwriting. She taught me how to break down the script, how to format the script, and I thought it was challenging, so I decided to try it on my own. So I started off with Consequences.
Consequences. There you go. See, I love writing, but I used to write way back when, and I started out with theater, and then I moved into film. Theater is such a big commitment time, as you know.
Yes.
There's rehearsals, there's tech week, then you got to put on the production. Where to me, I like the actors from theater because it's more of you get more experience for acting as an actor. And then when I moved into film, it was so much more easier because in theater, when you're on stage and you're performing live and you drop a line, you don't have you as a director saying cut, let's take it from the top again, guys, you can't do that in live theater. You just keep rolling with it, So what was one of the first films was Consequences one of the first films you wanted to do? Or is it the first film you did do?
It's the first one I did.
Oh.
I decided one day I was talking to a friend and we were just going over different topics, and I decided to write. I wrote 4 scripts in 3 days. And Consequences, I decided to take on that one first because bullying is prevalent in the school systems, and you see on the news all the time that children are shooting each other, killing people based on being bullied.
Exactly.
So I decided to take Consequences so we can try to get it into the school systems here in Chicago.
And I'm sure they should be considering it. And I remember when you first emailed me, I saw the script and you asked if I'd like to play the sergeant. And then I started reading a little bit more of it, and it kind of touched home with me because my daughter had that situation that I was explaining to you.
Mm-hmm.
She was in school, junior high or younger years, and there was a lot of bullying throughout her, grade school years.
Yeah.
And so it meant a lot. But as we were filming, I didn't get to really understand the full effect of it after the movie was made, because I'm in that one scene, interrogation scene and such, with David Walker, excellent actor.
Yes.
And Dave, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dave.
Hey. But it really came to life when we got to see it on the big screen when we were able to view it. And when you put it all together, it's like, oh my God, it was really cool. I mean, but rather than me give it away, the film won an award, actually.
Yes, it did. It won the Indie Spirit Award at the Windy City International Film Festival here in Chicago in 2017.
I knew that. Because we were on the red carpet. Hey, consequences represent. So, yeah, it was a blast. My daughter was there. Sharon, my sweetie, was there. My granddaughter was there. We're all on the red carpet doing the pictures and stuff. Love getting on stage, answering questions. You kind of shied away from some of that, though. You answered a couple.
I prefer to let my actors shine. I'm not really much of a speaker. I'm pretty much shy, kind of reserved. So I like to stay in the background.
A lot of the, believe it or not, a lot of the big talented actors and directors and otherwise are the same way. Honestly, they want to do their art, and then afterwards, like me personally, I premiered 2 of my show, 3 I think, 2 I was at, and I just don't like watching me on the screen. You know, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm too whatever. Now my brother Tommy would say, yeah, you're all the above, but and he may be right, whatever. But I just don't, you know, there's always, I critique myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did I do that, man? You know, I should have done this or I should have done that. But I can't give more praise to Consequences because it was a really, really cool film. 1, because I was in it. And 2, it meant a lot. And we won the award and we did a lot of great things. But now, getting back to your playwriting and theater roots, you've actually put on production Tossing Stones.
Yes.
Can you tell us what that's basically about?
Tossing Stones is a story about a couple whose 20-year marriage is on the rocks because it's riddled with lies, betrayal, and infidelity. And the main character, he's trying to get his wife to forgive him for his indiscretions.
How was I not casted for the lead? Unreal. I'm sorry.
So as he's trying to get her to forgive him, someone from their past returns and reveals secrets about her. So the tables turn and her secrets are revealed. So
wow.
It basically deals with tossing stones, like no one's
Yep.
perfect. Everyone likes to say that the men are guilty for infidelities, but women are just as guilty. So I just wanted to show that it's not always about man bashing. It's the individual and not the.
I remember when you actually, the production was on. I think I was filming at that point because I wanted to see it, and now after you explained it fully, it's like, dang it, I didn't get to see it. But I understand that you do have a reel or a clip that we can view on that.
Yes, I have a trailer for
Or
it.
a trailer shot for it.
Yeah.
Cool. You know what? Matter of fact, we're gonna get that, and and I'm gonna get that in by the end of the show. We're gonna get a trailer for that, so everyone can watch that. I understand that you're writing. You've written a book.
Yes, this is my second fiction novel. It's titled Conflicts of the Heart. It's a 3-part series. It's called The Heart Chronicles. The first one was Trials of the Heart. It's basically a coming-of-age story about a young girl who was molested by other children.
Oh wow!
So
this is the second installment.
yes,
And how many do you plan to do more?
it's a 3-book series.
It's a 3-book series. Oh,
So
hello! It's gonna be a 3rd one. Well, hopefully it turns out to be like a Harry Potter thing, and you make a lot of money. You know.
let's see. You know, unfortunately, I like to tackle topics that are a bitter pill for most people to swallow.
Gotcha.
Social issues. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. My goal is to actually convert the book into a stage play. So
That would be really cool.
yeah. So if I can get it to pan out, look for it.
Hey, now also with that being said, there's also, you're going to do another stage play concerning Tossing Stones too, correct?
Part 2.
It's a part 2.
Yeah, the sequel, the end. Because once we did the play, we actually did it 3 times, twice here in Chicago and once in Atlanta. And everyone wanted to know what happened, so I was like, okay, so they were begging for a part 2, so part 2 is coming.
Well, I've got a decade theater experience behind my back, you know. I mean, if you cast, let me know.
Yeah, I'm always looking for characters.
Yeah. I'm a character, that's for sure. So that's really cool. Any type of other film work in the future for you?
Well, I just completed filming my second short film titled Love's Last Dance. Love's Last Dance is the story of a man who is terminally ill and his journey towards death and the love that's waiting on the other side.
So, Love's Last Dance, that sounds really cool. So when do you figure this will be finished and wrapped up so we can view that as well?
Well, actually, it's in the editing process, so hopefully within the next month, it'll be ready to enter into the film festivals.
Cool. Now, do you have any other film projects you're looking towards doing in the future?
Yes, in October, I plan on shooting my third short, which is my first attempt at comedic style writing, and it's titled Stolen. And it's about a woman who returns to her hotel room and believes she's been robbed.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I also have a few collaborations that I'm working on as well, and I'd like to be on that side of the camera, because it's cool being on this side. It's honestly a lot easier in the filmmaking process to be on this side as an actor, and a lot of people would disagree. I don't, because on that side you got to worry about lighting, sound. You pick up everything. When it comes to sound and lighting, you get shadows. You got to worry about cameramen. You got to worry about shots. As an actor, I just worry about delivering my lines. And you let me do it 3 or 4 times, and you pick the best one, so it's easy for me. I go. After that. You stick around to put away equipment, to do all the. So being on that side actually of the camera is the hardest part of filmmaking, because then your job's not done. Then you go to edit. Then you got to do sound, voiceover stuff sometimes. So I appreciate what you guys go through, and it's got to be hard, even in theater. Because film, a couple weekends, you shoot a short film, you're done. Theater, you're in it for 3 months as a writer or producer or director or whoever, because you're behind the scenes doing everything. If you weren't doing what you were doing, what would you want to do with life for you? What would you want to be in life? Whether it's a career or just otherwise.
My dream is to have my own theater. Community theater where we can showcase talent, for playwrights and filmmakers locally here in Chicago, and spread out.
That's cool.
I would also like to implement my at-risk youth program to teach the young people how to the creative process of writing, playwriting, sing, dance, just anything to get them to come off the street, stop fighting and shooting and killing one another. So.
And it's senseless. Why? I mean, life is too precious. I mean, I don't even want to get into the political side of that stuff.
Exactly.
It's kind of crazy. But you did mention you wanted to open up a theater company. Yes. Is it a building, just a troupe, or? No,
actually, I'm looking for a location. I want to do it in an underserved community. Just to expose. I believe the residents need to be exposed to some type of cultural activities. So that way, self-identity, so they know that the drugs and the street life is something better out there.
Absolutely. And look at you.
Yeah.
You grew up in the community, and look what you're doing.
Yeah.
I grew up, I was born and raised in a little village, I mean, that's, my house faced Cook County Prison. Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm an angel by any means, but I mean, I'm doing stuff with my life that's positive and better.
For me, I was blessed. My mother made sure my nieces and I, we were in church pretty much like 5 days a week. So she wouldn't allow us to hang out with the people in the neighborhood. Not that they were bad. I love my friends from the neighborhood, which they always looked out for us. They called us the church girls because we couldn't even come off the porch. And we would watch them as they go to play at the park, and we couldn't hang out. So
see, and that was, my parents were kind of the same way, but they're a little different too. That you can't hang out with the people, but I hung out with certain people, and don't worry, Gino, when you get out of prison, I'll be there for you, okay? I'll be there, don't worry. But, it's bad is all around, and no matter where you're at, bad is sometimes, you can be in the suburbs, and, unfortunately, it's just, you gotta make your individual choices, henceforth. consequences, and the tossing stones and all this other stuff that you're writing is kind of in that essence too. You have your own individual right to make that choice.
Exactly.
And you have to suffer the consequences when you do.
Correct.
Will you allow us to show consequences in full format?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. That will be actually my next show, because this interview is going to take up most of this show.
Okay.
But we will be showing trailers of the different projects you've done.
Okay.
And matter of fact, we're going to roll one right now.
Why me? What is it about me that makes them want to bully me? I have done nothing, yet they continue to harass me.
MJ would never hurt anybody. He's a good boy.
Your son was at the scene of the crime with a weapon in his hands when arresting officers arrived.
We came here to get some protection for our son. You have the nerve to say there's nothing that you can't do. So if you won't do anything, I will. Fight dirty. Pick up anything you can find, get them to back up off.
I pray the Lord guides my path, because what other choice do I have than to take matters into my own hands?
No, you nearly cost me my marriage.
You're supposed to be David's friend. Why are you even talking like this?
Because in my heart, I know he doesn't deserve you.
She's always going through something with David. Why don't you just divorce a man and get it over with? Because divorce is not always the answer.
That night, at the hotel, that was a mistake. The only reason I showed up is because you threatened to tell Landry everything about it. Somehow she still found out.
Well, it was actually rather easy. A few hidden clues here and there.
What? You set me up?
Besides, a man can only do what we as women allow them to. Well, no, I'm standing behind my principles. Standing behind your principles is the surest way for you to be standing before a judge in divorce court.
A little secret. Well, I will.
Shut up, Casey.
Now you want me to shut up. A moment ago you want to answer, but now that I'm willing to give it, you don't want to hear it.
Regardless of what you feel about me, you coming back after all of these years to do what you did to my family, my children. That's cold and hard, even for a bitch like you.
But I'm here now. I'm trying to make things right. I want my...
David, it's too late! Leave. Just leave.
Not before you just ask me about it.
David, no!
Well, thank you so much. And thank you for showing up to another episode of the Dave Perez Show. Tune in next time, because we're going to be showing the film Consequences, and you'll finally get to see one of my movies and actions, and it was a great award-winning film. So until next time, God bless and be happy. people have jobs? Ow. Quiet, please. Go! Timber! Oh, man. Guess what? Daddy's home. Those bastards. Yeah. Say hello to my little friend, huh? Shoo! Get away from me, you fucking bird! Yeah, come here, little pheasant. Shoot! I'm gonna bite your fucking head off! Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, bastard.
Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? They said when you got here the whole thing started. Who are you? What are you? Where did you come from? I think you're the cause of all this.
Yo, we're all out of milk.
Oh, acid flashback. Shit.
Hey, you should get some furniture in here.
Who are you? Why are you here?
I don't know, David. Why am I here? When was the last time you looked at yourself in the mirror?
You know what? Just get out of here. Go away. Shoot.
Oh yeah, shoot where, bitch? I'm already dead.
What are you talking about?
Oh, so somebody else poisoned the seeds?
Well, I was trying to write, and I have a deadline due tomorrow. You were distracted me.
Oh, deadline's my ass. And distractions? You love those.
Fuck you, pigeon.
Oh yeah, David, fuck you.
No, you're a dirty fucking pigeon, and I don't even think you're real.
You're just a dirty hack writer. What the fuck do you even do in here? You just sit in here? You just sit, just write?
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own. I'm so lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. Bye.